Hey everyone, I just figured I'd do a talk about a group that I happened to see on a meet and greet recently. It's that new group that is doing pretty well and getting kind of famous called Dirty Blue Windows. And I had heard that they originally wanted to call themselves Dirty Blue Truck Drivers, but one of their managers said, "We like the truck driver's part, but take away the dirty blue out of your name." And they said, "No, we want to leave the dirty blue in the name." So they said, "Okay, then take out the truck drivers, but you can't have both." So they said, "Okay, dirty blue windows." And the manager said, "Well, okay." But that's something that the drummer told me when I was at the meet and greet. He was the only guy who would really talk to me, and I'll tell you more about that. And it gets a little bit disturbing, but they don't really charge too much for their meet and greets if you come and you bring a picture of yourself. And I figured, okay, I'll bring a picture of myself. That way I only have to pay $20 and bring a pizza. That's that's the price of admission. If you bring a picture of yourself to show the band, you can get into the meet and greet by paying $20 and buying them a pizza. So if you're thinking of getting pizza at Luigi's, which is across the street from Dawn's Inn, which was where the band was doing their meet and greet, you're going to have to pay $50 for the pizza just because that's his price. But if you go to Domino's, which is farther away, but if you go there, then you don't have to pay that much for a pizza. So it's up to you what kind of pizza you want to get, but most people go to Luigi's because it's close to the theater, and I've heard rumors that other people who are performers want pizza from Luigi, so he isn't doing bad business, so he can charge $50 for a pizza. Anyway, I went to the meet and greet, and the guy who services the guard to let you in, he told me that I didn't have to pay $20 and that I could have one piece of the pizza myself, but he had to search me to see whether or not I had any weapons. And he kind of took a while patting me on the chest and on the crotch and all over, like he was having fun, like he was thinking of a song and he was singing the song in his mind while he was patting me all over in a rhythm, which was kind of disturbing. But he didn't quite touch any sensitive areas, but I was moving my body around a little bit like this and that, and just enough to make it so that he missed, but that kind of took a while. It took about 5 minutes. Everybody else, they only searched them for about 5 seconds. So I was kind of concerned, but the guitarist, the only thing he said to me when I was at the meet and greet, he said, "You're lucky that guy stopped patting you." And then he ran away, the guitarist. He didn't come back out, so I don't know what that trip was about. But anyway, after I went into the building has a bunch of different doorways, so you have to try and find which one the band is in, and you hear kind of this shouting, like the singer is swearing and saying stuff like fuck my foot, and I was like, what the hell is he saying? But if you hear that, you follow it, because the more that he kept saying that, the louder it got, the closer I was to the doorway where they were at. And there weren't too many people there when I was there. It was about 3 people, but I had heard that later in the day there were 1,000 who showed up, but the group left by then. But the club still took their money. But that's just rumor. But anyway, when I went there, the singer stopped saying fuck my foot, and he pointed to me and said fuck that guy. And so I didn't want to talk to him. He was starting to approach me with this kind of weird look, so I asked one of the guards, can you please keep him away? That was a first. Usually when you go to meet a group, it's the performer who might ask, keep this fan away from me. I was the only one who asked, keep the singer away from me. And the singer didn't seem to care when the guard was keeping him back. The singer kept looking at me like I know what you're doing. We're gonna see each other later, and we're gonna have a nice talk. Ooh. And I thought, well, bullshit. But anyway, the guitarist, he said what he said about the security guard, and then he ran off. But the keyboard player was, well, he seemed like he was meant to be a nice guy, but I could hardly understand him. I said, hey, I like your keyboard work. And who were your influences in music? And he went, and I was like, well, is he drunk? And then he started to like make these spitting noises, like and I didn't want to have spit get on me, so I moved away. The way he did it, I wasn't even sure whether or not he meant it or whether or not he wasn't in his right mind. But either way, I then went to the drummer. And the drummer at first was a nice guy. He told me about some things, that were happening in the group. And but then later on he started to like reach out with his hand, like first he was like, ooh, got your nose, and he was trying to pinch my nose, and then I moved away, and he went, hey, you ain't gonna get away from me. I've got claws to poke you and suck you in my vortex. And I was like, what the hell are you saying? And he went, come here, sweetie. And I said, I like women. And he went, I like them too. That's why I'm after you. And so I was like, okay, I'm leaving. And so I walked down, then he followed me. And the guards and everything who were still at the club were laughing and pointing at me like like I didn't know what was happening, but I had to run for the bus. And when I got on the bus and the bus drove away, the drummer guy was pounding his hand on the bus and screaming, "Hey, let me on! Cutie's in there, I want Cutie!" And before the bus left, he went, "I'm gonna write a song about you. I'm gonna have a really ugly bitch in a video and it's gonna be dedicated to you." So, I decided to not listen to what he said anymore because I was drowning him out by that point. And the bus left. So, the guy was a fast runner and he was running alongside the bus for a few minutes until finally the traffic got clear and then the bus was able to go fast and then we lost him. But after that, I got an email from the manager saying that they apologize and that they want me back and that they want to make an official apology and they'll pay me back the $20 and the pizza, and all I have to do is appear in some pink clothing and drink some whiskey that they bought for me, and everything will be fine. So I think I'll do that because, I figure that, it could have been a mistake. They didn't mean to bother me. But anyway, that was my meet and greet. And next week, after I meet them again, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I hope you enjoyed my account of what was happening. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.